We will not vanish without a fight. We are gonna live on. We're gonna survive. Today, I review Independence Day Resurgence. Gotta love that speech in the first one. What up, big kids? Here's my big review of Independence Day Resurgence. There'll be a non-spoiler review. Now, this is a sequel to Independence Day, which is actually one of my favorite movies of all time. I absolutely love the original Independence Day. The movie was just really groundbreaking for summer blockbuster films. I love the special effects. It was actually one of the last movies to use practical miniature effects for blowing up the White House, Empire State Building, Capitol, and I really miss that. Now everything's very CGI, including this movie, whereas that movie had some CGI, but it was very new at the time. And yeah, and what I want to get at is that if you're expecting this sequel to be better than Independence Day, don't expect that, because the original Independence Day was so much fun. You know, Will Smith really added a lot to that movie, which sadly he's not here. He's mentioned and shown in picture form, but they killed off his character because he wouldn't return. And yeah, if you really love Will Smith in the first one, just expect to see his son Dylan, who's actually played by a different actor, fill in the role for him. So when they mention Captain Hiller, it's not Will Smith. It's actually Jesse Usher playing him. So yeah, he did okay, but he's definitely now Will Smith. You know, Will Smith, even in put like his 50s now, or pushing his 50s, is still way more lovable than a kid that's like half his age. But anyway, the people that do return, like Jeff Goldblum, very Jeff Goldblum with all his and yeah, we got Bill Pullman, who was still just great, and he's a little more frazzled from what happened in the first one. He's older, still gets like little visions, which they show in the movie that he's like they're coming back, and he's all bearded and everything. But yeah, most of the returning characters are just Jeff Goldblum, Bill Pullman, Vivica Fox, which is you'll miss her if you if you don't like pay attention to her parts. And then we got Jed Hirsch like returning, who's could easily, I don't know why they brought him back. He brought some comic relief, but he was way more funnier in the first one than this one. But yeah, like pretty much this movie follows a lot of the same format, except whereas the first one felt like it took place in modern times during 1996. This one is an alternative 2016. We integrated in a lot of the alien technology, and so we're seeing a lot of futuristic things in here, even though it's supposed to take place in the present time. But we pretty much reverse engineered a lot of technology from the aliens from the first movie. And the way the aliens return in this movie, it kind of makes sense, and the way we stop them, it's like, okay, they're definitely set up a way bigger sci-fi expanded universe than the first one had. And I absolutely love what they were doing in the first Independence Day. I actually read during the time some Independence Day prequel comics that actually filled in a lot of gaps that the movie didn't. Or if you watch the Blu-ray special edition that had some scenes that explain things that were great. There was definitely some characters I wish did come back. I mean, Brett Spiner comes back, and his character didn't die. He's in a coma, which okay, cool. And he's pretty funny, but he definitely gets a lot more screen time than Vivica Fox, who, like I said, I loved her in the first one, and I really wish that she was in here. And I forgot the character, but Jeff Goldblum's like ex-wife, they don't even mention her. He has a new love interest, but whatever. Oh, and then yeah, Micah Monroe, who plays Patricia Whitmore, she Mae Whitman, who played her in the original, who does voice of April O'Neil, and she was in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. She's so awesome, and I don't know why they didn't bring her back. It really boggles my mind, and I really wish they brought her back. But she did okay. She's very much like very stern, trying to take care of her father. She wants to be a pilot. So, and they're really trying to set up this new cast, which they're pretty cool. I mean, Liam Hemsworth, I like him a lot, and he's like the new, I guess, Will Smith character in the movie, and he's pretty cool. And they're really trying to do a passing of the torch, kind of like where the Force Awakens did for the new cast did. So, but yeah, I mean, the movie itself with the action, I don't think there's as much action in this one as the original one did, and that's really weird to say that. What you pretty much see in the trailers for the destruction of the cities, there's only a little bit more of that, and then mostly it's a lot of dogfights. There is a cool thing with an alien queen that I won't spoil, but besides that, you know, it was entertaining. It definitely had some good humor. But I don't think it had the heart and, you know, the groundbreaking special effects like the original one did. It's really hard to beat Independence Day, and I don't think you should go in trying to beat that. If you like dumb summer action movies, you'll really enjoy it. If you love Jeff Goldblum and Liam Hemsworth, they really drive a lot of this movie. The rest of the cast are here or there, but yeah, I mean, I just wish like Will Smith could have brought back, and they would have changed some things in the movie. So it's definitely not perfect, but still enjoyable nonetheless. So with that, I give Independence Day a 3 out of 5. Like I said, it's definitely not the worst movie out there. There's way worse movies. It's definitely worth seeing on the big screen, but definitely not as great as the original Independence Day. But still, and by the way, you definitely set up a sequel in the most blatant way. they're pretty much like in the movie. It's like, okay, we'll see you in Independence Day 3. But yeah, so just going in expecting that. But yeah, so for more, check out my website at SeanXLong.com. Like me on Facebook, follow me, Twitter, Instagram, links in the description. I'm Sean Long. May I live long and love life. Come on, Red, let's go. Uncle Owen, this R2 unit has a bad motivator, look!